Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Office Hours streams. The Office Hours, the Office Hours stream, the Office Hours stream. Today, I'm just going to be chilling here and waiting for people to join. If you are joining now, just say hi and let me know what brings you here. Meanwhile, I'm just going to quickly share the link to the Discord server. All right. Oops. And do any troubleshooting. Looks like my screen isn't showing, so let me just fix that real quick. Okay. Okay, looks like we're pretty good. We can just continue. Pretty sure there's no audio issues. There are no audio issues. There are enunciation issues, so I need to fix that. But welcome to the stream if you're joining. Unless I'm just seeing a glitch in YouTube. It looks like I'm just seeing a glitch, so it looks like nobody's here at the moment. Just talking to myself. I'm gonna distract myself then with some Wordle. Here we go. Oh, Keshav, what's up? Welcome to the stream. What's good? Is that WSG? I'm assuming that means what is good. What is good? Omar, welcome to the stream. That definitely means my YouTube dashboard is glitching because I have no idea how many of you are here. But welcome to the stream, guys. And just to let everyone know what this stream is about, it's office hours. You can ask me any question that you have on your mind. Obviously, I'm an English teacher, so anything English related is fair game, but it doesn't just have to be English. You can ask me anything you want. I will refrain from medical and legal advice, though. Here we go. And until I get any questions, I'm just going to be distracting myself with random word games and other stuff. If you took the November SAT, though, I am curious what you guys, what scores you guys got. And Omar is sharing his, but right now I'm just locked into this stain right now. So let me focus on this for a second. If anyone else is joining, please let me know how you did on the SAT. Tread is definitely a word. That's an interesting one because it's an EA. Let's try that. Oh, dude. Okay. Now, I'm assuming it doesn't end with A, because if it ended with A, then it would have to be trauma is too long, yeah. So I'm going to expect it to be over here. And I'll take a quick pause to answer Omar. You got 1450 on November 2nd. 1510 super scored with October 5th. So, hey, it's a really solid score. Where's your journey now? Are you going to take the December SAT, or are you happy with where you are? Also, are you a senior? Are you finished with the SAT like forever, or is this just like just a quick pit stop along the way? Keshav, you got 1420. Sad face, so I'm guessing you were hoping for a better score. But Keshav, I also don't really know your journey. I don't really remember. If you can let me know what your starting score was, where you want to be, and just give me a better sense of the picture. Or maybe should I do a poll? I feel like there's a bunch of people here. Can I do a poll? How do I do a poll? Start a Q&A. Nope, start a poll. Uh, what's a good poll question? Reading, writing. Like thinking. I don't really want to do a score range poll because I feel like that only encourages high scorers to share. So maybe a more subjective one. How satisfied, how how proud are you of your score? Okay, very very proud, somewhat proud. Mixed, somewhat embarrassed. Oh, you can only have 4 options? All right. Then I need a more obvious opposite than proud. Okay. How happy are you with your score? Very happy. Somewhat happy, somewhat unhappy, and very unhappy. All right, there we go. All right, so everyone, if you are sharing scores, I encourage you to share your 1600 total score, but also break it down into reading, writing. So here's just an example. Let's say that you got like a 1380, 1380, 680, and then 700 math. So yeah, if you can kind of break down your score, it makes it easier for me to parse. And then after that, let me know what your journey was. Are you seeing growth? Are you seeing a drop? Are you seeing yourself stagnate? And also, how happy are you with your score? That you could just fill in the poll. After we go through this poll, I'll ask another question about just vocabulary. But before that, let's just finish this poll off first. Dude, I can't think. There's no E, so this AU is kind of weird. All right. Tacky. Let's try it. Ah, terrible. Oh, but there's a Y. All right, here we go. More answers. So right now on the poll, there's 4 votes. People are not okay. People, at least no one is very unhappy, so that's good. Out of the 4 people so far, we'll wait for some more people to fill in that poll. But let me respond to the chat now. We have. Dude, what is wrong with my filter? Hey, give me a sec. Let me see if I can fix this YouTube chat filter. Oh, that's ugly. Okay, that's not good. That's terrible. I guess that's doable, right? But it's funny how it just like completely blocks the view, bro. All right, whatever. I'll work with this for now because I'll end the poll soon. But I'm gonna keep the poll up for 2 more minutes. But I can still read the chat, so I'm reading the chat right now. Aspect got 1390, not good. First attempt though, 660, 730. Math expected 760 to 770 on math, I guess. So you were kind of hoping your math would be better, but you got kind of rocked. I know everyone just says learn Desmos, and maybe that is a thing. I can't really give advice on math, but if anyone has advice on math, please share in the chat. I have no advice on math because I basically completely ignore the math. So, yeah, you guys chat about it. And then we have, let's see, Cyrillic name. Hey, done almost all the Blue Book and Princeton tests, but my word and context is still shit. What should you do? I'm just going to keep saying this. Guys, predict the answer. Predict the answer. Now, it depends on your situation. Prediction may not actually solve your problem depending on your particular situation, but for the vast majority of the people that are watching my videos, okay, because you guys are a little unique. You guys are the type of kid to like watch SAT videos on YouTube, right? And that's not the majority of people in the world. You guys are a freakish, peculiar minority on the face of this earth, and you guys tend to be have certain strengths and weaknesses that maybe the rest of the population, may not share with you. So for the majority of you guys, okay, you motivated weirdos, your vocabulary is not as bad as you think it is. Okay, so all you really need to do to prove that I am right, all you need to do is go back over those word and context questions, cover the answer choices, and just make your own freaking prediction. And just predict the answer choice using your own limited vocabulary, okay? Obviously, you are not going to always, in fact, depending on your level, okay, you may not even, most of the times you may not even be able to predict the exact word, but that's not the point. The point is to sort out the logic of the passage, okay? If you cover the answer choices and you just read the thing and then you make your own prediction, you'll figure out the logic of the passage, and once you have the direction of the logic sorted out, then you lift your hand with that prediction in your head, and then you'll be surprised that you can eliminate 3 out of 4, even when you don't know some of those words, okay? Because you'll have some base familiarity with where the words get used or whatever, and then 3 out of the 4 words you're very likely to know anyway, because College Board usually uses only one rare word in the 4 answer choices. They don't usually use 2 rare words in the 4 answer choices, okay? So you should be able to figure it out if you just predict the answer. Omar says, inaccurate. Blue Book tests are inaccurate. And Keshev agrees that they're just scamming you with these Blue Book tests, and Aspect agrees. And yeah, I'm kind of annoyed personally that the College Board has been experimenting pretty aggressively with the format. I feel like they should have done this last year in 2023 when they were testing it on the international students. Like, this is a little strange for them to be experimenting so much. I kind of like the new the new question types that are coming out. I think they're making the digital SAT more challenging, which I don't know if any of you have been following me for like 2 years, but if you've been following me for 2 years, when the Blue Book when the practice questions started coming out like a year and a half ago, or whenever that was, I think it was a year and a half ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago. It could have been 2 years ago. Dude, I'm losing track of time. But whenever it was, I made the prediction that they're gonna make the questions harder. And my predictions weren't all correct. I expected them to use harder vocabulary, and they only kind of made the vocabulary harder, but not really like noticeably so. They did definitely make the logic harder, and the grammar became marginally harder, which I thought they would have more intense grammar questions, but I was kind of wrong with that prediction. But it's generally true that they are making it harder in some ways. They're making it trickier in some ways, and I also think it's kind of annoying that the College Board can't just provide more representative practice materials. Not that they can't. That's a lie. That's a lie that I don't want to let them use. They can, but they aren't. They aren't doing it. So it's annoying, and I disagree with it. And I want them to be more open about their stupid freaking practice questions and their question formats, but they're not. So that's definitely not earning them any goodwill among kids who are motivated, and who care, like you guys. Okay, obviously the kids who don't care will not even notice, but you guys do care, and you guys shouldn't be left hanging like that. So I have a very small voice. I'm going to keep using my voice. Hopefully it has some sort of impact, but even if it doesn't, I'm going to say what I believe. Yeah. So I feel you guys, and the biggest, the sort of larger philosophical kind of advice that I can give you guys for life is expect the unexpected. Always expect things to be harder than what you are preparing for. Okay, always expect things to go wrong, for there to be a challenge. But look at those challenges and don't just crumble. Okay, don't fall apart like some shitty cookie. All right. You see them as a challenge that will make you a better person, that will make you a smarter student, that will make you a more crafty or more resourceful entrepreneur or engineer or artist or whatever the hell you're going to be, right? Use these opportunities to grow stronger and even prepare accordingly. And what that means is like challenge yourself, regardless of the confines of the SAT. Fundamentally, you're still learning English. You're still learning reading and writing. You're still learning like how to express ideas better at school. Challenge yourselves there. Challenge yourselves to an extent where it's actually harder than the SAT, so that when you come back to the SAT, it feels easier. Okay, just don't see the SAT as the end-all be-all. Just improve yourself. Omar says the score this time around was 730, but maybe he was saying something earlier about his previous score, but I can't see it if he did. I should end this poll now. I think we have 6 votes, so we have some answers. We have a mix of answers at this point. Here, poll results coming out. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, yeah, so half out of the 6 of you, 3 of you are somewhat happy, 2 of you are unhappy, and 1 of you is very happy. So hey, congratulations to the 1 person who's very happy. And if you have tips for the rest, like it doesn't even have to be tips. It could just be just from your perspective, the things that helped you the most. But if you have anything to share about what helped you the most in achieving your goals, please share that into the chat. Omar says 730, 720 for math. Yeah, use Desmos. Everyone says that. Aspect says he's freaky Aspects. Or she. I'm taking the December SAT, got 1440 and 1420 in March 2023. Since then, you took it twice. Oh, you are stuck. You are hard stuck. Okay. So that's an issue. That's a problem. And so I think for Amado and maybe other people who feel like they're plateauing, like I have to make some assumptions about you because March till December is 9 whole months. And my assumption is you were junior year last year and now you're in senior year. You feel the pressure, you're trying really hard. Moreover, during your junior year, you were studying really hard. You were actually learning stuff. So your intelligence was going up, right? These are some assumptions I'm going to make. So if that's all true, because you haven't really filled in the details for me, correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, but I'm going to keep going with my assumptions for now. If your intelligence has been going up, then how come your SAT score has not been going up? Is it because the SAT is an invalid bullshit measure of how well you prepare for the SAT only? It has no correlation whatsoever to your intelligence? Is it because you're just like a bad test taker and every time you see a test it's just randomness? I don't know, man. Like that's like stuff that people say, but I feel like these things that people say are just cop-outs. If you are getting more intelligent, you actually should have a higher score, okay? And the fact that you don't, okay, leads me to the conclusion, or to at least the tentative conclusion, or the hypothesis, I'll just say, the hypothesis that maybe the way you're taking the test is actually handicapping you, okay? That it's like your intelligence isn't really being expressed because the way that you're taking the test is limiting your intelligence, is capping it, so that even if your intelligence goes up, your score doesn't go up. So how can it be true that your intelligence goes up but your test taking doesn't go up? It's because you're capping it somehow. And generally speaking, on the reading and writing, the most obvious cap, the thing that I talk about every freaking stream, okay, is that you are overly reliant on process elimination, okay? Just you guys read the passage for like 20 seconds and then you're just like in this panicky sort of, hand is sweating, like your heart is fluttering, mom's spaghetti. You're just running right into the answer choices and you're just hoping A is right, but it's not right. You're hoping B is right, but it's not right. You're hoping C is right, and C is fucking long, so you're reading and 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 it's confusing, so you're double reading and double reading and double reading and double reading and double reading. And you're checking back against the passage and checking back against the passage and checking back against the passage and checking back against the passage, and it's wrong. And then D, it's also fucking long, so you're just reading and reading and reading and reading, double reading, double reading, double reading, checking the passage, and it's also wrong. A, B, C, D are also wrong, and you were hoping A would be right, or B would be right, or C would be right, or D would be right, and you just wasted a minute and 30 seconds. And this is horrible test taking, especially if your intelligence is actually naturally growing. This is like the opposite of expressing your intelligence. How intelligent is it for you to be looking at A and B and C and D like this, instead of just actually reading the freaking passage, right? Reading the freaking passage is what intelligent people are good at, right? If you have improved in your understanding of science, in your understanding of history, in your understanding of language, then presumably spending 40 seconds on the passage will produce a feeling, the feeling of understanding, right? Like compared to when you were in junior year, as a senior, you should understand that passage more in the same 40 seconds, right? But if you're hugging the answer choices and you're just skipping the answer, you're skipping the passage altogether, you're reading it for 15, 20 seconds, right? And you're jumping to A, B, C, D, you're saving 20 seconds, and that sounds amazing at first, but then if you end up wasting a whole minute on the answer choices, then you didn't save any time at all. You're negative 40 seconds. Plus, you're oftentimes, because you were hugging the answer choices and you weren't actually doing the reading, your confidence is also low. So that even when you get the right answer, but you still don't like your answer because you're still uncomfortable with it, right? Because you didn't really read the passage. So again, I've said this so many times. Then you can see it just if you just watch my more recent PSAT streams, you'll hear me talk about it. Read the passage slower, and then predict the answer and just match your answer. If you do that, then your intelligence will actually be expressed in the test, and you won't have to rely so much on just hugging those answer choices and just and hopefully in that situation you'll be able to break your plateau, because you are plateauing, you're stuck between 700, 650 on reading, writing. You know, I'm expecting that if you are actually making predictions, you should be able to see a noticeable jump in your SAT score right away. It should not take a long time for you to see a growth, see an improvement in your SAT score, because it's merely a mechanical test taking issue. Let's see. Omar says, advice for vocab: buy a book. Buying a book is a little bit, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of work, but vocab is a lot of work. It's not easy to improve. ZSGT says 1310, 670 math, 640 English. Aiming for 1450. That's a 140 point improvement, first attempt. So in December, 3 weeks, 140 point improvement. I think, and ZSGT, if this is your first attempt, I'm gonna guess you're not a senior, so you have time. I would say actually a 140 point improvement in 3 weeks is not impossible. Especially if it was your first attempt, and especially if you didn't study for your first attempt. Okay, if you didn't study for your first attempt, it becomes much more feasible for you to do a 140 point jump, because you haven't gotten all the low-hanging fruit yet. If you're 640 on English, the low-hanging fruit is learning grammar. Just get that grammar out of the way. Just learn it, right? And then learn those like transition words, you know? Just get the basics out of the way, and you'll be able to do a quick. That won't get you to 710. Okay, that's a 70. If you want a 70 point increase on your English, that would be a 710 on English, right? Grammar and transition words by themselves will not give you a 710, but it's at least going to get you halfway there, assuming that you just did not study for the SAT at all for your first attempt. Now. Continuing with my assumption, I would say the other thing is I strongly recommend I was already talking about this with Amadou earlier, but I'm going to repeat it to you, just a shortened version of it. Experiment with predicting, okay? Predicting is not the opposite of process elimination. It's not. They are complementary, okay? They can work together. But it can feel like the opposite, okay? Because the difference is that when you are predicting, you are mostly reading the left side of the page, as in the passage, and you are when you are trying to formulate your own answer in your head, and when it hatches, you look at ABCD and you do a quick scan for an answer choice that matches what you were thinking, okay? And if you are a strong student at school and you're somebody who's been trying at school, right? You've been doing well at school, then this predict match should actually pay off for you very quickly. You should not notice an immediate improvement in your score, okay? So experiment with it and see if you do see a noticeable jump right away. If you don't, then there's more questions that we have to answer. We have to ask first. So I would just say start there. Start with the basics. Get the grammar, get the transitions, and get those concepts under your belt, and then also experiment with the prediction strategy. See if you can match your own answers without having to hug A, B, C, D, and double check my stream. Watch one of my streams for the Blue Book tests to see what I mean. See how I actually do it. Keshav says, can't share links. Would appreciate sharing the test taking flow from Reddit so it helps people out. I mean, that test taking flow that I shared, where is it? It's funny because a student did that, but the student got it because of me. So let me actually share. Let me share what where is it? Where did I share that link? You were that student? You were the Redditor? Oh, dude. That's awesome. Okay, I didn't know that. Wait, Keshav, you were the Redditor that shared the flow? This is you? Oh, dude, I didn't know that. So you are mustard fly up. Okay. That's cool. Uh, okay, yeah. So, uh, interesting. Now, I have a question. Did you not? Hang on. Adaptable, repeatable test taking. I'm gonna go double check. So you read the. So I have a question, Keshav. Did you not see this video before making your own? I'm just curious because yours looks. Oh, you did see the video. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Because yours is definitely your own. It's definitely your own. Uh, but I would have been. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Because this was definitely. Yeah, I wrote this for the PSAT. It's still useful though, because did I say PSAT? I meant I wrote this for the paper SAT. It's still useful because the fundamental flow doesn't really change. It's just that the readings are longer. So the whole thing about the map of the passage becomes way more important for longer passages. I really miss that. Uh, and then you got the one look answer. I remember. Oh, but I did not know this was you, man. Okay, so this was such a great comment, and so you know what? I'm gonna actually dedicate a full minute to just reading Keshav's comment here because this is actually such a great comment. Here you go. By the way, obviously I think it's a great comment because it alludes to me, but uh, I'm human. Okay, flatter me. The biggest thing for me was time management. For reference, I got a 650 on practice test 2, but then I took it again with accommodations and scored a 780. I could do the questions, but the main problem was doing them in time. Then I saw Saul take the SAT and was surprised by how chill he was. He would talk to the camera, answer view questions. I don't know what that means, and would still finish on time. His penultimate rule: predict answers and avoid the cross elimination where you can. This really helped me. Now I read super slow, which is paradoxical, I know, and really try to understand the text. So I minimize having to go through the process elimination. Instead, I try to get as many no-look answers as possible. A no-look answer is where you select the right one right away and move on in less than 15 seconds total after reading the passage. I would just make one edit to this, which is a no-look answer is specifically less than 15 seconds total after making your prediction. Right? You make a prediction, and then you look at ABCD, and you have a 15-second window to just like choose the thing that you like that like matches you. And when you are doing a no-look answer, it does mean that as long as you're highly confident, you know that C is the right answer, right? You know for sure C is the right answer. It means that you don't even have to really read A, B, or D. Now, sometimes you can do a no-look answer theoretically without theoretically you can still do a no-look answer even if you read A and B and C and D. So that's kind of a hybrid. It's not bad to do it that way, but the whole point of the no-look answer is that you don't have to refer back to the passage because your prediction was so good. It was gold, right? Your prediction was right, and therefore, just from your prediction only, without looking back at the passage, you can confirm for yourself with 100% confidence that one of the answer choices is correct. Okay, so when you rush through reading, you end up spending more time on process elimination. Yes. So what worked for me was reading slowly and carefully. I also accepted that for my level and goal, I was going to get the 2-3 hardest questions on Module 2 wrong, so I thought of it as an opportunity and didn't even attempt them. And then you didn't get the score that you really wanted since 25 days ago. So Keshav, what do you think happened? I think that's a oh, well, there's your name. Okay, I just saw this. So what do you think happened with you? Why do you think you didn't get the score that you wanted? While I wait for you, I'll just swing around to ZSGT. Z Singapore time. What is that? ZSGT. SGT makes me think of Singapore time. Let me think. Wasn't I talking to your? ZSGT. I already told you what I was thinking. I said it's not impossible for you to improve 140 points, but yeah, I'm just gonna say it one more time. Improve your grammar, improve your transitions, and experiment with predictions. No, I don't have any recommendations for the SAT math because I basically completely ignore math. So sorry, I can't really help. But if anyone else has a math tutor or math resource that they'd like to share, send that over in the chat. Okay, it is 4:10, so I'm going to move over to the members only section very, very soon. I just want to see if I'm missing anything. You know what? Let me just finish off. I will move over to the members only section of this stream once I finish this Wordle. And so I can take basically one last question at this point. It could be Tally, it could be Taffy, it could be Tabby. Oh my God, that's Tammy is technically. I mean, I don't know. Tammy, I feel like is one of those English words that could have multiple meanings. So it could be MP or L. Tally, Tammy, Taffy, Tabby. Now I'm gonna forget the M. So FLB. Can it be anything? Tappy. Taggy, Tahi, Taji, Taffy, Tazzy, Tab. Yeah, FLB, so... Is that a word? Flub. Flub, to flub something. Yeah, so... Now I just need to turn this to an actual... I guess I can put the flubs. All right. It's Tally. All right, well... kind of an annoying one. And nobody has any questions, so I'm going to move over to the... members only stream now. Thanks for everybody for joining. If this was helpful for you, please hit that like button. Let the YouTube algorithm know that other people should also tune in for the streams. And if you'd like similar videos in the future, consider subscribing to my channel. By the way, I do this, I basically stream longer for members every week. So if you want to support my channel and get access to the members only part of the stream, you can join my channel membership. If you're in the US, it's $2 a month. So I think it's just a way of showing me thanks, and I'll just spend more time with you as a show of appreciation. Okay, so I'm gonna finish that off now, guys. I'll see. Oh, was I not sharing my screen for the Wordle? Okay, that was me just being stupid. My bad. But guys, until next time, keep on learning, keep on growing. And if any of you guys are members, I'll see you in the members only stream. Peace.